Go ahead, Cindy, then Megan.
Hey, Miss Cindy.
Hey, Greg. So I do feel the brain is different.
Yeah.
I do feel it. However, I think it also made me more sensitive.
Could be. Yeah, could be. Yeah.
I'm just guessing. So, and that NPR that you gave me, the body tonic.
Yeah.
What I figured out was, as we do these processes, I do feel the residual from some traumas, and I tighten up.
Right.
I do. So every time we did a process, I would put the NPR on the neck and the abdomen, and I could feel release.
That's a good combination. Good for you. Very smart.
So that was really helpful. So thank you for that. But my question is, the neck, the hips, the right arm, and the jaws are in a lot of pain.
And is that something you're prone to, or like with all the shifting that kind of happened? Like what's the history of that?
Okay, so there was some pain a little bit in the hips and the right arm, but then Sunday night the neck tensed up really bad and the hips were tense. The right arm was already there, but it seemed to get more, and the jaws, I do have a lot of tension in the jaws, but it seemed to get more.
Okay.
Or I'm more aware.
Yeah, like either way, like could be something kind of coming out or processing, or like you said, awareness does increase, because you're increasing perception and awareness and all that. Let's have you it looks like some trauma stuff's coming out. It looks like it's coming out of lower centers, like not even like a little bit in the emotional body, but more your physiology. And so let's have you inhale, if you have a helichrysum, if not, even like terebinth or fascial release. Let's have you inhale one of those, like even while we're on the call, and then check in with you in like 15-20 minutes and see where you're at.
Okay, I do have the helichrysum.
Yeah, let's just, if something bubbles up in your mind, you can sit and observe the thought, but otherwise, like start with the heart, go to the back heart, and then maybe the spine, and then just start visiting some of the spots and give it about 15 or 20 minutes, and then come back and see where you're at.
Okay,
that way we can adjust it tonight.
Okay, that sounds good. And also my kit for the weekend came in, and I have galbanum, which I haven't used before. So I just wanted to throw that out there in case.
So you could put several drops on your wrist or take 2 or 3 drops internally, and that will definitely take the edge off like some achiness and pain. But by far, like I was just having a talk with the person that, the distiller where I get the galbanum, and he was like, why are you going through so much galbanum? And I was like, man, it's amazing for pain management. It's amazing for taking tension out of the body when you're having some pain, and it opens up the arms and legs, and it takes the edge off. He was like, I didn't know that. And I was like, it cracks me up because it's one of those old school, it's an oil in the Bible. It's a biblical oil, but like we've kind of almost like forgotten how to use it. And, it's in the frankincense family. So it's got a little bit of that, but it's amazing when it comes to pain. Like it's truly amazing when it comes to pain.
So 2 drops internal and a couple on
2
the
or
rest.
3. Like, like if I'm in a crisis, I even do like 5 or 6. I'm not telling people to do that, but like 2 or 3 is pretty solid.
Is it one of those that you need water, or could I just put it in the mouth?
I just put it on my tongue, and like I usually wash it with like a little something afterwards, but I just go right for it.
Okay.
It's a lot like frankincense. Like if you've ever taken frankincense internally on your tongue, galbanum's kind of no different.
Okay. Right.
Like I always joke, like especially in the early days, that galbanum, because they are in the same family, but it's got a little bit of an odd scent. Frankincense is probably a little bit more pleasing, so I always call galbanum frankincense's weird cousin with stinky socks. You know, it's got a little bit of a weird smell, but once you get used to it, it's delicious. But like if I take it around, like my mom, for example, she'd be like, ugh, what are you wearing? You know, it's not for the general public, it wouldn't be one that people would go, ooh, what are you wearing? People would be, ooh, what are you wearing? Like, you know what I mean? So
Right.
I would say don't wear it at work, take it internally, and then
Yeah.
at home, you could wear it. You know, Samantha has a story where she was in somewhere and she put a couple drops on in like a waiting room somewhere, and the practitioner came out and was like, oh my God, what is that smell? And, you know, to her, it smelled amazing. But to the practitioner, you know, most people are used to like synthetic smells and, you know, they don't, their mind's in a different place when it comes to scent,
Right.
you know. So just keep that in mind, like in the workplace. Like
Okay.
you don't need people thinking you got something weird going on because you smell like galbanum.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I think she might be sick or something. It's not that bad, but people will say something.
Okay. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you. All right. I'll be inhaling
Yeah,
Helium.
and then let me know. Yeah, let
Okay.
me
Thanks.
do a little bit of galbanum right now as well.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Perfect.